Hi friends, good afternoon. We're going to give this a go again. This is your bonus class, Gentle Monday, but you can do Gentle Monday any day of the week. And you can also divide this practice up into 4 or 3 pieces if you want. The beginning is going to be our mindful breathing and meditation. The middle is going to be our stretch and strengthen. And the last third or 15 minutes or so are going to be will be our Shavasana and guided meditation. So pick up wherever you want. If you want to just jump into the yoga stuff, the movement stuff, you can just forward about 10 minutes. And if you want to go into your Shavasana and just have a really nice little Shavasana that you missed today because of me, then go right ahead and just jump to the last 15 or so minutes, okay? Let's begin in a comfortable seat. And I just want to kind of refresh you guys if you're sharing this with someone who is not here today, or if I'm sharing this with you and you were not here today. We had a little glitch in the recording of our morning class, and so I'm just recording another little hour-long class for you guys, just a gentle practice. And this is June 1st, if you're looking at this from some other time. And of course, we've been going through 3 months of the COVID scare and the devastating losses there, and then some, really big racial injustice going on with the loss of George Floyd at the hands of police. So wherever you stand on that, I'm not asking about your opinion. I'm just saying that the world is really messy right now. And I recognize that, I understand that, and I want you to understand that I feel that as well. So when yoga teachers come on and start fresh from the day, like they're coming from this place of nirvana, it's not always really true, okay? We do our best, but a lot of times we're affected by the same, we're always affected by the same things, okay? So so when these things go on, I find it really helpful to be a little bit more vulnerable and honest with my students and say that I'm having a hard time with this. And so I'm telling you I'm having a really hard time with this. We're going to try to work through it together, and I'm going to do this the best I know how, which is through what I do, which is teach yoga. So we're all doing the best we can with what we've got, right? When you come into your comfortable seat today, let's start by just beginning to recognize how we calm down our own nervous system or regulate our own nervous system. And there's one very easy way to do it, and that's by manipulating your breath. Actually, I should say it's simple. It's not always easy, right? Our breath is autonomic, which means that it happens without us paying any attention to it. It's part of our autonomic nervous system. But it's different from other parts of our system because we can also make it manipulated. We can also take control of it, right? Your digestive system, for example, happens on its own. We can't really do anything mentally to change it. So the breath is different in that way. And the one really nice thing that it does, we might have rain and thunderstorm now just to top things off, so I'll let you know. The one really nice thing that you can do is as you take control of your breath, when you make your exhale longer than your inhale, putting it very simply, you send a message to your nervous system that you're safe, we're safe, we're okay. And so sometimes it helps to just start doing that, just out of self-preservation, out of just helping ourselves to do that in whatever situation we might be in. So let's give that a try today. We're going to start with something called box breath, and that's where we even it out. It's all even. So we're going to inhale, say for 2, hold for 2, exhale 2, and hold for 2. And that's why they call it box, because it's all even, right? So we'll take a gentle inhale to our own count of 2. It doesn't have to match mine. When we come to the top, we're going to hold for 2, just a little pause. And on our exhale, we're going to let it out for 2 and then hold again after the exhale. So you'll get the hang of this as it goes on. We'll count for 1, 2, and hold, 2, exhale 2, and hold, 2, again, and hold, and exhale, and hold. Relatively even on all the parts of the breath. And then when we want to make it a little bit more calming, then you're going to stop, because you don't want to do that all the time. It's not, this isn't manipulated breath. It's not It's not meant for use all the time. It's when we do practice pranayama or breath work in yoga. So now we're going to try exhaling a little bit longer. It's going to look like this. Inhale for 2, hold for 2, exhale for 3, hold for 2. Inhale 2, hold, exhale 3, and hold. Just a tiny bit longer on that exhale, sorry. Exhale for 3, inhale for 2. Inhale 2, hold, exhale 3, hold, inhale once more, exhale 3, and hold. And then breathe like normal. If you are doing this in a stressful situation, you might even notice that your body feels a little bit calmer or your mind calms down a little when you do that. Give it a try next time. It doesn't hurt to do this, to experiment with your breath, okay? So let's come into a comfortable seat, whatever that might be. Drop the shoulders down. And now we're simply going to notice the breath. So we're going to make it a lot easier. We're just feeling our body expand with the inhale and contract with the exhale. This is a great place for an affirmation. You want to think to yourself, I am safe, I am complete, I am whole, I am peaceful, I am in the right place at the right time. Unless you're going to be in the middle of a storm, which could happen. Just keep going, nice and easy. Don't worry, I'll move in as soon as I feel some drops or see lightning. And then let's begin to just, or hear thunder, just gently circle your shoulders in one direction. And start to loosen up from the top down, go the other way. Feels really nice because we're getting a nice breeze, but I have a feeling it's not going to last. I'll lift one arm up nice and easy, fold it behind you, and give it a little pull in at the elbow. Sit up nice and tall so you're not hunching forward, and you're just pulling that elbow in towards you and backwards behind you. And then let's let go of that one, fold the other arm in, pull it in towards your ear and back behind you. Remember, this is gentle yoga today, so we're going to take it where it feels good, but not where it gives you any pain. Okay. Keep breathing. Bring both our arms down. We're going to give ourselves a little stretch, holding on to the backs of our arms, right, all behind towards our shoulder blades, and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then undo, and other side, crossing over and squeeze. Nice, let that go, nice and easy. And in your comfortable seat, whatever that is, probably crisscross, or if you're in a chair, you can do this in a chair as well if that's more comfortable. We'll bring our right arm down, our left arm up overhead with our inhale, and on our exhale, come way, way, way over. Stay here for the next inhale, and on the exhale, reach a little bit further. Inhale, lifting up nice and tall, use that arm to pull you up, and exhale, come on over. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, stretch. Once more, inhale, exhale, stretch. And come all the way up to the sky. We're going to repeat that again. This time, one breath, one movement. So up for the inhale, exhale, reach. Up for the inhale, exhale, other side. Lift up, inhale, exhale, reach. Lift up, inhale, exhale, other side. Make this into a little twist for the middle of the body, lifting up with your inhale. On the exhale, we'll cross over and twist. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, twist a little bit more, pulling belly muscle in towards the spine. Inhale, come on back to center, and exhale, twist. Inhale as you lengthen, exhale, twist, 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 around to the other side. Inhale, come on back to center, and go again, twisting. Inhale, stay, exhale, twist further. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Pull the belly in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Pull the belly Come on back to center, nice and easy. Hands onto the shins, onto the knees, and we'll come to a nice wide circle, whatever feels good to your body today. If you feel any aches and pains, just take a little smaller circle. It's a warm up, it's not supposed to be hard on your body. See where it brings you today, go the other way. And come back up to stillness when you're even. Maybe one more, maybe two more, whatever it is for you. Coming up to your seat one more time. We're going to bring our peace fingers out into a mudra, which is called a grounding mudra. And we hold on to our other two fingers with our thumb, and we just make the peace sign. Then we bring those hands down to the ground. And if you have the honor of being on the actual ground right now as you practice, it's even more effective. But wherever you are, just imagine that you are touching the earth itself rather than your floor or your deck. And feel a connection with the earth below. So we feel our sit bones rounding and grounding into the earth. We feel our arms releasing into the earth through our fingers, our energy through our fingers. This is just a grounding reminder that we are connected to everything on this planet. We are part of it. We are not excluded. We are not alone. And again, nice place for a mudra. I am safe. I am connected. I am grounded. I'm connected to the thunderstorm that's coming. And then as you feel a little bit more grounded, you can rest your hands anywhere that feel comfortable. Let's let them rest on the knees, palms face up, palms down, or anywhere else that you like, in your lap, whatever. And we're going to, I forget, hang on a second. What were we gonna do? Shoot, I hate when I do this. I had a plan, all ready to spill out of my mouth, and now I forgot it. Okay, oh, I know. A grounding meditation or great activity to do when you're feeling a little flighty or disconnected, kind of, is it's called 5 Things, and we notice 5 different things around us. So very simple. You can look downwards, not to be distracted. Notice one thing you can see right now, and kind of focus on it a little more than you normally would. I see a leaf in front of me, and I'm just going to kind of focus a little more than I would if I were just gazing. So really paying attention to our surroundings is what this is about. One thing you can hear right now. Remember, this doesn't have to be pleasant and peaceful and meditative. It can be traffic, like I hear, or thunder, or whatever it might be around you. It's just an awareness meditation. It doesn't have to be quiet and peaceful. One thing you can taste and one thing you can smell. So if it sounds like nothing, it can be nothing. That's okay too. You're just bringing awareness to your senses. One thing you can feel. Doing that anytime that you feel a little bit distracted is a really good practice, because it brings our attention to the here and now, to the present, and to our ability to ground, recognize, tune out the other noise around us, okay? So let's begin with our movement practice. Come on to our hands and knees. With our back nice and flat like a tabletop, we're going to drop the belly and make the back into a U shape as we inhale in our cow pose. In our exhale, we're rounding our back like an angry cat, pulling the belly up to the sky, and then going back to the first pose. We're going to do this back and forth a few times. Go at your own pace. If you really like the feeling of one of the poses, like cow, for example, you can hold it for a couple of breaths if you like. You don't have to do this all in one breath. And then again, if you like that rounding sensation in your back, pulling the belly in nice and tight, you can hold that as well. So find your rhythm, whatever you like, right here. Going to come to stillness here with our flat back. Bring our right arm forward and our left leg back. I like my palm facing, the thumb facing up when I do this, but you can do it with the thumb, with the palm flat as well. Just reaching your leg behind you and your arm in front of you. Working on your balance a little bit. Keeping your hips level. Noticing that little walk, that's your body balancing right now. Bring that hand down, other hand back, nice and easy. Bring the opposite leg back, opposite arm in front. Reaching nice and long away from the body with the fingers and the heel. And then coming back to center. I just had an ant on my back, so I had to quit that a little early. Bring your hands down to the ground, tuck your toes, and come into your downward facing dog. Take a gentle pedal out with both feet, one at a time. Remember, you're not stretching really over hard on those hamstrings. You're just giving them a little wake up here. Then let's come to stillness in our downward facing dog. Push a little bit harder in the hands. Lift the hips up a little bit higher. And again, push the heels down gently towards the earth. They don't have to touch. Bend the knees if that feels good on your back and your legs today. Let's hinge forward into a high plank. Hold your high plank. And then bend the knees and hinge into an even further plank. So what you're doing here is taking your straight line from your knees to your head instead of your toes to your head. This is better on your back if you have an iffy back today, or if your arms are just a little more tired. So fine to do full plank, up like this in a straight line. Also fine to do knee plank. Okay, bend the elbows wherever you are, squeeze them into the ribs, hold here, you can feel that in the back of your arms, and then you're going to scoop up to either cobra or up dog. Then we'll push back. Instead of downward dog, we're going to push back into a quick little child's pose. Take a nice long breath, stretch out the back, and scoop forward again. Coming back into that plank on the knees, bending the elbows, and then lifting the heart. Shoulders come behind you. And we push back again into child's pose. Let's go one more time, scooping forward. Coming like the cow and then into your plank from the knee to the head. Then bend the elbows. And then straighten up, lifting the heart, lifting the elbows, or straightening the elbows, looking up to the sky, maybe trying out with the neck. Tucking the toes, and coming back all the way to your child's pose. Let's lift our right leg up, and our right arm up in our child's pose, rather. We're going to come thread the needle. You're going to scoop it underneath your left armpit, all the way through. And we'll rest our body down. Maybe your shoulder comes down, maybe it doesn't matter. This is just a twist. So if you're up here, that's totally okay. If you can come all the way down, great. And then lift your top arm up and give yourself a little extra twist. We're going to turn it around behind us with our palm facing outward, and then we're going to lift up from that left shoulder. So we're going to open up towards the sky for a nice little twist, or big twist. Then lift that arm up. Let it go. Bring the right arm up again, just to finish up the stretch, all the way to the sky, then place it down. Left arm comes up, same way, opening up like the cover of a book, all the way up to the sky, and then slide underneath, palm face up, all the way through, head down, shoulder down. Lift the right arm up. If you like, and fold it behind you, lift that shoulder a little bit, elbow up a little bit more. Twisting open to the right. And then bring it down to the ground. Unwind the left hand just the way it came up, all the way up to the sky. And bring it on down to the ground. Nice. From your child's pose, you'll walk your hands underneath your shoulders. And you'll step up into your downward facing dog again. Hips up to the sky, pedaling out one heel and then the other. Press them both down to the ground. Take a nice stretch, hips up to the sky. Head falls down towards the earth. Let's tiptoe our feet up to meet our hands and come into your forward fold. You can do this wide-legged or legs together, doesn't matter. In your forward fold, let your body hang, let your knees be soft. Wherever your legs are, let your knees be soft. I'm going to sway a little bit side to side, then I'm going to reach my right hand over to my left foot and lift up, twisting again, left arm up to the sky. Switch it out, left arm comes across, right arm comes up to the sky. Keep twisting, twisting, turning that shoulder up to the earth, up to the side, and bring it on down. You're going to roll up nice and easy, all the way up to standing into mountain pose. It is going to rain really hard here in a minute. So we're going to move inside. I'm going to end this recording for the moment. Okay, we're back inside. We're up in mountain pose now. Arms reach up to the sky. With your next exhale, hold on to the wrist of one hand and come over nice and easy to the side. Stay here again like we did before. Exhale, come a little bit further. Inhale, lifting up tall from the hips all the way to the sky, and exhale over to the other side. Inhale, holding here. Exhale, go maybe a little bit further if you can. Inhale, lifting back up to the sky. Gentle open arms, back bend. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Stay here for a breath or two. And then come back up. And hands come forward through your forward fold. Once you come to your forward fold, bend in your knees a little bit and just hang for a moment. And then scoop yourself up nice and easy. Pull the belly muscles in, lifting up nice and tall. Beginning of our sun salutation. Exhale, over to one side. Inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, other side. Inhale, lift up. Gentle back bend, open heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, back up. And gentle forward fold, hands through heart center, or swan dive out to the edges of the room. This time inhale to your halfway lift. So we make an L shape with our body, or number 7, a right angle. Back is flat, parallel to the floor. On your exhale, we release it all and fold. Inhale, back to your halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. One more time, lifting up. One more time, forward fold. Nice, bend in the knees, come into your chair pose. So start with your hands down here low. This is a little bit easier for most of us with tight shoulders. If you have fine open shoulders, you can bring your arms back up, but what happens sometimes is we hunch, and that doesn't make it a really calming pose. So let's try and drop the shoulders a little bit, reach out. If they're not up overhead, that's fine, maybe straight out is fine for you today. Roll back, putting the weight in your heels, see if you can lift your toes, and then easing any of that tension on the back, pull the belly muscles in. So you're going to take some of that weight with your belly, not just your back. Bring your hands into your heart, and we'll gently fold forward, releasing that tension in the legs. Inhale to your halfway lift again, and exhale to your forward fold. Roll it up nice and easy, soften in the knees, lifting all the way up, sacking the spine, and coming back over where we started to one side. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, other side. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, back bend, open heart. Inhale to the sky. And exhale, smooth forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift while you're here. Exhale, bring it down again. Halfway lift once more. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the feet together, either touching or about hip width distance. Bend the knees, come back into your chair. Utkatasana is the name of this pose. Bring one arm behind you, twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other arm behind you. Inhale, back to center. Hands into the heart and forward fold. Let the head hang here and gently sway side to side. Let's widen the legs. Bring the left hand down to the ground, fingers or hand or palm. Bend the knees as much as you like. And inhale with the right arm up to the sky. Push a little harder into the ground, reach a little taller with that hand and twist a little bit more. One more inhale here. Exhale, twist. Come on back down to center. Swap it out and find your right hand on the ground, left arm up. Inhale, staying here. Exhale, opening a little more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push into the ground. Inhale, stay right there. Exhale, lift up a little more with the top arm. Come on down softly to the ground. Nice work. Roll it up nice and easy. All the way into your wide-legged mountain pose. In our mountain pose, arms are going to come out. Sort of like the windmills you might have done in calisthenics class a long time ago. On your exhale, left arm down to right foot. Inhale, lift it up all the way. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, reach it up. Strong in the legs, all the way up and all the way down. That's just bothering your back. I want you to bend your knees a little bit. Make them much softer. This is really about the twist and the crossover, not so much as how straight you keep your legs. Lifting up again. Exhale, cross to one side. We're going to do one more round, lifting up. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lift. Beautiful. Bring the arms all the way up to the sky and bring the feet back together again. On our inhale, we'll reach our right leg up. On the exhale, we'll turn it out. Inhale, bring it behind you into airplane pose. See if you can hold on to your airplane. If you come out of it, that's totally okay. Sweep it up again, bring it forward. And then bring it down. I got rain down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, bring it out. Inhale behind. Oops. Into your airplane. Breathe normally in your airplane. Stay here if you can. Bring it back up. And place it down. Nice balancing practice. Some days you got it, some days you don't. It's okay. We're going to work on our tree a little bit. Bring our left leg up. Turn it out. Place it either on the ground. Whoops. Toes down, heel in. But the majority of your weight is still on your left leg. You can lift this up easily. Or bring it up a little bit higher. Kind of traditional tree here. Or if you want to bring it up all the way, it's okay. You can always try it. If it doesn't work, you can come out of it. Wherever your tree is today, let your arms take any position that you like. So they can go over your head, behind you, anywhere you like, into your heart. Look up a little bit for a little more balanced challenge. Close your eyes for a real balanced challenge. And then come out of it with control. Let that leg come on down. Loosen up that strong leg that was standing as your trunk and slip the other foot down. So finding once again, where do I want to be on this side? Down with a little support, up to the calf, all the way up to the thigh maybe, just not on the knee. And find your tree on this side. Again, arms, anything that's called to you. They can just be relaxed. Open up the heart, drop the elbows down, shoulders open. Look up slightly for a balanced challenge. Close eyes for more of a balanced challenge. Bring it out with control. And bring it on down nice and easy. Good. Let's bring our right leg in front of our left. So we're standing with our back leg behind us. We'll work on Warrior One today. It's not an easy pose. Turning the left heel in and the toes out a little bit. My right foot comes forward. And I like to widen it a lot because I have kind of stiff hips. So once I'm here, I turn my hips towards the front, kind of like headlights. Is it headlights, not head lice? Just in case. Arms up to the front, in front of you, or above you. Push strong into that back heel and bend the front knee just a little bit. Activating a whole lot of the stuff in the back. Nice, hold it here. Then let's straighten that front leg a little bit and bow over that leg. Let's clasp the hands behind us. This is called humble warrior. Arms come up to the sky, like really stretching. Pull the right right shoulder inside the right knee. And now the hard part, let the head relax. So you say strong in the lower body, but my upper body is kind of relaxing. Or heavy, I should say, not really relaxed. Stay here for a breath. Exhale, come a little closer to the floor with the top of your head. When you're ready to come up, come straight up right to where you left off. Bend that front knee as much as you can back into your strong warrior one. Let's roll into warrior two from here. Takes a little foot reconfiguration. So my right leg is still the front leg. My back foot leg was parallel to the short end of the mat, and my stance is a little wider. In a straight line, arms come out to the edges of the room. We turn our head over the front arm, it's our right arm, keeping our hips pretty much parallel to the long end of the mat. It's your warrior two. Bend down a little bit more if you can. Take a breath here, let it go. Holding, noticing. Straighten that leg very gently and slowly. And come into triangle. My right hand comes down to the right leg. Not the floor, probably, but the right leg. And up to the sky with my top arm. My bottom arm and top arm are like 6 o'clock on the clock, the hands of a clock. Take a breath here, exhale, come a little bit further. Push that left hip back behind you and hinge forward a little bit more. On your next inhale, lift up nice and easy. Come to reverse triangle, which is just the opposite way. And then come on back to center, back into your warrior two, and down to the ground. Scoop the right leg back to meet the left. Come into your downward dog and pedal out. One heel and then the other. Let's come to a still down dog. Walk the hands back to meet the feet. Roll all the way up to standing. And bring the arms into heart center. Step forward with the left foot this time. Coming into warrior one on the left side. Remember, legs are not quite in line. They're kind of separated a little bit. Back foot is turned out. Front knee is bent. My body wants to turn this way, but I want to kind of challenge it and bring it forward instead. Knee bent, arms reach up. Hold here strong. Make sure you're pushing into that back heel. That's taking a lot of your weight as well. So it's helping you in this pose. Hips are straight towards each other. Shoulders relax if you can. I know they get really tight here. I know that. Breath in, breath out. Straighten the leg just a little bit. Clasp the hands behind you. Folding over into a humble warrior, hooking your left shoulder inside your left knee or towards it. Keep pushing in the back heel. Keep bending in the front knee. Keep moving the hips forward. So facing forward, twisting forward in line with your mat. Let your head release. Lift your arms up. Stay here, breathe. Lift up nice and easy. Come on back into your warrior one. Hold it here. Don't give up now. Push into the back foot, bending the front knee. Readjust the feet however you need to come into your warrior two. So back foot becomes parallel to the short end of the mat. Widen your stance, front knee bends, shoulders down and back, into your warrior two. Hold here, give a little more in that front knee. Breathing, relaxing shoulders away from ears. Now straighten the front knee a little bit. Hinge forward and come into your triangle. Again, left hand down to the left leg. Not so much the floor unless you're really, really long-armed. Keep your back pressed against an imaginary wall. Into your triangle. Come down a little bit more. Kick the hips a little bit further behind you. And then lift up tall. When you're ready, come into your reverse triangle. Very simple, subtle, if not a big movement. Back into your warrior two. Hold again really strong, reach into the opposite edges of the room. Hands down to the ground. Scoop the left leg back to meet the right. And come into your downward dog and pedal it out again. This time tiptoe feet to meet the hands. And roll up one more time all the way to standing. Excuse me. Exhale back down into your chair. Hands come into your heart, bring your knees together. Let's twist over to the right side. So my left elbow is going to come onto my right knee, outside of my right knee actually, right thigh. And then I'm going to pull my left leg back to stay in line so my hips don't move. Inhale as I lengthen, exhale, push into that outside of the leg. Right elbow up to the sky and twist. If your arm doesn't reach, that's okay. Just bring it here and still twist. You can even open that top arm for a little bit more. Inhale, staying right here. Exhale, twist. Inhale, stay. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. Come on back to center. Leaning forward. We're going to hold on to our big toes with our peace fingers. That means you bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale on your lengthen. And exhale, pull yourself close to your thighs. Inhale, lengthen long. Exhale, pull close. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull, pull, pull. Release. Roll yourself all the way up to mountain pose. Arms reach up. Gentle back bend behind you again. Working out any of the tightness in the back. Back to the sky. Hands down into the heart. One more chair pose. Twisting to the left. Inhale as you stay right there. Pull that right knee back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. One more time, inhale, exhale, twist. Nice. Come on back to center, really easy. Fingertips down towards the ground. Straighten your legs. This time we'll bend our knees, we'll reach our hands behind our legs, clasped together, and we'll use them as a lever to pull ourselves forward and down. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, ragdoll back. Pulling down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull closer to the legs. One more time. Inhale, exhale, pull, pull, pull. And this time release. And bring your hands down onto the ground. And let's step both legs back. Drop the knees down to the ground. And just check out a couple of cat-cows here. So see how your back is feeling now. Those are a little bit hard on the back. So if it's feeling sore, don't be afraid to do really mellow cat-cows, okay? Then separate the knees. We're going to stretch it out a little bit more. Big toes together, sitting back down on the heels. Hands will come behind you and gently press down into your lower back. So if we were doing this in person and we didn't have touch restrictions, I would come around and I'd press you very gently at your lower back down towards the earth. And you'd feel hopefully some release in that low back area. Because I'm not there, we can't do that unless you're with somebody else. They can do it for you. But since we're by ourselves, we're just going to gently let the warmth of our hands press into that lower back. Nice deep breath in, exhale, let it go. Deep breath in, exhale, let it go. One more time, exhale, let it go. Nice, let's bring our arms in front of us. Nice and long, we're going to stretch the side body by walking the hands off the mat and over to one side. Doesn't matter which one. I'm on the left side here. So my right side stretches as I drop my head. If you're going to the right, obviously your left side will stretch. That's okay, let the head drop. Stay really low to the floor if you can. Then walk yourself back through center and over to the other side. Let your head be heavy, stretching to the right and stretching the left side of the body. Let the arms be soft, melting towards the ground. Stay here one more breath or two more breaths. And then come back to center nice and easy. And walk yourself up. We're going to work today on the mobility of our shoulders. So it's not hard, really, but we're trying to get the full range of motion. So some might be a little harder than others because we might have some shoulder injuries, okay? I'm going to try and figure out how to do this so you can see it best. I'm going to try something a little weird, okay? And if it doesn't work, I'll stop. Let's start on your back. Yeah, it's going to work great. Okay, so you're going to start on your back. And we're going to let the legs go wherever they feel comfortable. Maybe they're not together for a little base here. Bring our right arm out to the side and follow all the way out like you're making a big snow angel, okay? And then you can come up, 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 all the way till now your upper arm is really close to your ear. So you've just done a big sweep with that arm, then you're going to bring it down. You're going to do the same now with the left one. Doesn't matter where the palm is, you're going to lift up, 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 keeping arm rather straight, all the way up, and keep the hands on the ground. So my back of my hands are touching the earth. And then coming down. This may be hard if you have shoulder injuries or tightness. So when in that case, you're going to do it just till you feel your edge. And if you want to, you can bend the elbow and maybe go up a little bit more. But this is all about range of motion. So if you don't have it today, the same as me or the same as anybody else, you're going to work with your own body, okay? Okay, that's it. That's the beginning of it. Then we'll roll on to our left side. And we'll bring our right arm in front of us. So my left arm is going to be underneath my head. My right arm will be straight out. And I'm on my side. Now we keep contact with the earth and our fingertips. So I bring my arm up as far as I can. And once I come all the way up, now I'm kind of stuck, right? Can't go any further without, well, I guess I can. So when you get stuck, you bend your elbow. And you keep traveling back, back, back behind you. So now you're in a really weird open shoulder position that you probably never have been in before. And just notice what that brings up in your shoulder. Then keep the hands touching the ground, back again. Not afraid to bend the elbow at all, you're supposed to. And then bring it back down. So notice how my heart opens a little as I come to the back. I'm going to do that one more time. Slide the hands up above the head. Cross the arm over the head and back behind you. And at this point, your heart starts to open and your right shoulder starts to drop down towards the earth as your heart lifts to the sky. You're not quite on your side anymore. And then we come back. Always keeping the hands, the fingers touching the earth, okay? And when you're done with that one, we're just going to do a real simple little circle with the shoulder. So holding on to the shoulder, you're going to make big circles with your elbow as wide as you can. And again, we're going for the full range of motion of the shoulders. If you do full range of motion exercises, then hopefully we keep that full range of motion as time goes on. Go the other way. Nice and wide. One more. And then we're going to switch over to the other side. So come on to your right side with your left arm right underneath you, just like we were. And we'll bring our left arm in front of us, keeping contact with the earth the whole time with your fingers, and make a big arc around your body. So all the way up around your head, keep it touching the ground, bend the elbow, come to a beautiful wide open heart. Come as far as you can into that weird stretch of your shoulder. Back up to the sky. Keep touch with the floor. All the way down. And we'll do one more. And just notice your breath here. Don't hold your breath as you come around. Try and keep it constant and smooth. And just becoming aware of the different feelings in your upper body. Coming back and down. And when you finish that, we're going into the shoulder again, hand onto shoulder, wide elbow circles in one direction. If you feel little catches in here or little glitches where you can't smoothly rotate, that's okay. Just avoid that spot. So you might make a weird looking circle just by avoiding those tricky areas. This is supposed to be smooth and relaxing. It's not a torture test. So go the other way. And then bring your hands down. Let's roll onto our stomach while we're here. Hands underneath the shoulders. I'm sorry, elbows underneath the shoulders. And just Sphinx pose. Sphinx looks like it's not doing much, but it's a pretty active pose. Hands are going to be spread wide like starfish. We're going to pull the elbows back towards our body. And at that point, we feel our heart pull forward a little bit. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. And make it really active so you're pulling, pulling, pulling on the ground as though you're trying to drag your body forward with your arms. Feel this tighten up in the rib cage, in the back, the arms, and then soften very gently. When you soften, you can go to the reverse, shrug your shoulders, drop your head, and round it forward, melting your heart down to the earth. Stay right here, or you can fold your arms and bring your head down upon them if you like. We're just going to do a little thing for the lower back. Going to bend our knees, separate it a little bit, like hip width distance or even more. And we'll rock them gently side to side. So if you relax your head here, once you get the hang of it, you don't have to watch. I'm just going to windshield wiper side to side. This is nice if you get a low back tightness, like a really uncomfortable tightness in your low back. This is nice to do. Also, you can do circles. You can make wide circles in one direction and then the other. And you can just relax your head if you want. You don't have to look up anymore. Now we'll let the legs come down so that the tops of the feet are resting on the ground. 9,000th time I've tried to get through this class. So if you're on your, if you're on the floor, I'm going to pick up from where I think I lost you guys. Elbows down to the ground. You're coming into your, we just came into our Sphinx pose, right? We're going to lift our right arm up and swim it all the way back. And at the same time, hold on to your right foot. If the right foot's not accessible, you're just going to do this, just going to reach back and pull it forward at the same time. It's actually harder because you don't have anything to hold on to. If you can hold on to your pant leg, that's good too, okay? Just going for a little stretch, that's all, just a little opening. And then bring the arm back down. And then this time the left arm's coming. You're going to swim it really close to the head. Bring it way, way, way back. Hold on to the left foot if you can, otherwise left pant leg, or just make the motion of reaching back. If you have it, pull it down nice and long. It probably feels good on your thigh if you do that. And then reverse it down, or bring it back down rather, sorry. Okay, let's come for a minute to a seat. I'm going to talk about distraction. Only kidding, not really. You know what distraction is like. So sometimes things don't go the way we plan, right? We have to be kind of flexible and move along with what's going on, okay? So that's kind of where I am today. Told you I was distracted, but now it was even worse. My phone quit, my rain came, whatever. Anyway, let's come back to a comfortable seat. We're going to drop our shoulders down. Begin to breathe again. Bringing your mind back to that lengthening exhale. This time we're going to do it really simply, just breathing in and then exhaling a little bit longer than you breathe in for, that's all. Going over really quickly those points that, and I'm going over this for me so I don't stress out. I'm going over this so I can remember. What do we do when we feel out of control? Peace fingers to the earth, a reminder that we're connected to the ground. We are fully grounded. We are part of this whole thing, and we belong here. The other thing is drop your shoulders. Try your breathing breath, your box breath, breathing in for an equal number of counts for in, out, and holds. So in for 2, hold for 2, exhale for 2, cross for 2. Then if you want to extend your exhale to convince your nervous system that you're okay, you breathe in for, say, the count of 3, and out for the count of 4. Breathe in for the count of 3, out for the count of 4. Or something like that, okay? Whatever makes you feel that longer exhale without making you like out of breath or feel like you're lightheaded or anything like that. This is all happens really slowly with time. So you're not going to breathe in for 2 and exhale for 5. You know, you're not going to jump to that yet, or ever probably. Just the slightest increase on the lengthening of the exhale. And then the other thing is, one thing I can see, one thing I can feel, one thing I can hear, one thing I can smell, one thing I can taste. This is our reminder of all 5 senses getting together and bringing us into the present moment. They don't have to be monumental things either. It's little tiny things we see or hear or smell. And then let's let go of our physical practice and move into our meditation, which is really the most important part of yoga anyway. So at least we're not going to miss that. I'm going to move this around a little bit. You guys get comfortable, come down onto your back if that's your favorite position, or maybe come down onto your side or your belly. I recommend lying down because it's our most relaxed position probably, where we use the least amount of our muscles. But if you're more comfortable sitting up for meditation, that's okay. We're just combining it with our Shavasana. So Shavasana is the rest that we need after every yoga practice, no matter how small or gentle your yoga practice is. It's that time in between coming back into the real world where we get to just kind of assimilate all the stuff that we did with our body. So I'm going to ask you to bring your hands onto your belly, slightly connected, because just intertwined a tiny bit. And as we inhale, bring your belly up so much that you feel your fingers separate from each other on your tummy. And on your exhale, feel them weave their way back together. This is just a way to remind ourselves to take full, deep belly breaths. Not shallow up here, but really deep, way down into the belly. And it does mean like inflating your belly like a balloon, not holding it in. The exhales will let go where it drops down a little bit. So we inhale and expand, we exhale and contract. Once you feel like that breath is normal for you, or regulated kind of, then just let your arms relax and let your legs relax as well. I'm going to ask you guys to remain there. I'm going to sit up because it's just more comfortable for me if I can sit up rather than talk from lying down. Makes sense. So we'll just do a little bit of ending Shavasana meditation. Remember, what we were talking about was how to be mindful and present in this very moment, even when sometimes it's distracting. So the one thing that I learned from this experience is feeling, as I was trying to trying to plan my class last night, was kind of looking for ideas, and I really felt like, oh, I don't know where to go from here. You know, things are just in such a mess in life, and it's really hard to not be distracted. And so I reached out to some of my yoga teacher community, which is international, and I got some really good feedback. And one of the recommendations was, tell your class that you're distraught and distracted if that's how you feel. And it's really important that we're honest with each other. And so I'm going to just remind you this week, or wherever you go from here, to ask for help when you need it and be honest. Go to the people that you rely on that ask you for help, and be on the other side of it. It's okay. It's really okay to ask. You know, I'm feeling really, really distracted right now. I can't focus. What do you think I should do? Or what do you do? To start a conversation. So in your relaxations, close your eyes here in your Shavasana or wherever you are. Let your body become heavy and melt down into the mat below you. And imagine today that you're sinking into the ground below. So you're physically on, pretending that you're in the grass in a meadow, or on the beach in the sand, or floating on water. Something, whatever you find really luxurious and relaxing, and you're connected to the actual earth itself. Notice your breath as it takes in and out, as it comes in and out. what it brings in with each inhale, what it releases with each exhale. And maybe find a calming mantra today or an affirmation that you can repeat to yourself whenever you need it. I am safe, I am calm. I'm healthy. I'm peaceful. Let the body quiet as much as you can. Do a quick little loving kindness meditation today, excuse me. You guys stay wherever you are in your Shavasana, and I'll just speak to you. Imagining a nice warming sensation in your heart area, your heart space. Representing that beautiful light that means, or that was with you from the moment you were born. It's the light of perfection, the light of the divine, who you really are, your inner being, your inner self, whatever you like to think of it as. See if you can find a connection between your beautiful little light and the lights of people around you physically or around you close in your heart. So maybe we just send our love out to our family and friends, people that mean a lot to us, whether they're near us or not. And reaching out to those people, we're going to send them this wish, and it includes us, of course, as well. May we be safe and free from harm. May we be happy, content, and peaceful. May we be healthy and strong in our mind, body, and spirit. And may all of our actions be for the good of beings everywhere on the planet. Bring to mind someone or a few people, whoever it is, that you really have a difficult time communicating with. Maybe you don't see eye to eye a lot. You find yourself in arguments or disagreements, or maybe it's really just you don't understand each other. And let's bring this wish to them as sincerely as we possibly can. May you be safe and free from inner and outer harm. May you be happy and peaceful and content. May you be healthy and strong in mind, body, and spirit. And may all of your actions be for the good of beings everywhere on the planet. Now bring your mind to people that especially might need our wishes tonight, today, whatever day it is, or whatever time it is in your life right now. People who are hurting, people who are angry, people who are ill, people who are not getting the assistance that they need. Whoever it is that you feel needs your prayer right now, or your blessing, or your wish, just hold them in your heart for a moment and send them this wish. May you be safe and free from inner and outer harm. May you find happiness, contentment, and peace. May you be strong and healthy in mind, body, and spirit. And may your actions be for the good of beings everywhere on the planet. And then imagining the entire planet with every being represented by a tiny little light. So I'm talking even little amoebas and inchworms and everything. So the whole planet would really just glow with all the life that's within it, especially underwater life and life in the trees, underneath the earth, on the earth. And send this wish to everything and every being on this beautiful globe. May we be safe and free from inner and outer harm. May we be happy, content, and peaceful. May we be healthy and strong in mind, body, and spirit. And may every one of our actions be for the good of beings everywhere on the planet. Begin to deepen your breath just a little bit. Become aware of your body and its place on the mat, in the room, in the world. Feel the edges of your body into your fingertips and your toes and the top of your head. And then wiggle your fingers and your toes, moving into circling your wrists and your ankles, and maybe gently rolling your head side to side on the floor. And slide your knees up towards your chest, or towards the sky rather, feet up towards your hips, and roll yourself over onto one side, and then come up into a comfortable seat. Please take your time. Remember, actually, I should have told you this already. If you were in Shavasana and you wanted to end your class here, there's no rule against that. Just let the video play to the end and take your rest. If you are coming back into your day, you want to make sure that you're back in, aware and alert, ready to come back into the world. So sit up nice and tall. Hands can go anywhere you like. Actually, let's bring our hands back to that mudra. Bring the peace fingers down to the ground again, connecting to the earth, reminding ourselves we are part of everything in and on the planet. We are part of this whole thing. We're right where we belong. We're doing the best we can. We're doing the right thing. And bringing hands into the heart, tap gently on your sternum. Remembering to keep your immune system healthy and strong. Doing everything we can for our self-care. Everything like getting enough sleep, eating right for our body, moving our body mindfully, taking time to relax. Bringing your hands right into the heart center and finding that beautiful little light that we just meditated with, that beautiful light in your heart. And that same light that lives within me sees and honors and bows to that beautiful light that lives within you. Namaste. Thank you for putting up with all the distractions and all the glitches that are life. Thanks for being here with me today, and I really hope to see you again one of these mornings at 9:30, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday are my classes through 18th Element, so please come. I'm really sorry because today we really had a group and we messed up. I messed up, so I hope you guys will come back. We'll have another crowd again one of these days soon. That would be really fun. And in the meantime, just take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Bye.